try that, but
1.
maybe later. I don't want to set it up right now. So let's see here. This is what I do off the Rock spawn. I don't like the gamble at Mega. I just check if he spawns red armor. He doesn't spawn red armor, so I get it. It's also dangerous here. I kind of wait, and then I hear him. So I'm like, alright, he's quick on this yellow. I gotta just kind of get out of here. So I'm pretty lucky not to take too much damage there, like 16. Maybe like 12 if you take away the fall damage. But, so I'm kind of like, well, he has the better stack, and I'm just gonna kind of play out of control from now on until I get a bit of control. It's land, you know, initial damage is more important than the frag, and he kind of reads me knowing that the yellow and the mega are spawning at the same time, and so he decides to trap me at the yellow instead of going straight to mega, which is a pretty good read by him. I try to do some damage on the red armor instead of going straight for my yellow armor, but it doesn't work out, and so he gets both. And I miss another rail. So right now I'm playing on very little stack, and he's close enough to 200 that it really doesn't matter. I'm still trying to sneak away yellows, kind of just play off parts of the map, but I expected him to be on another part of the map, kind of near red armor at that point, but he's near mega, and so that kind of caught me out, and so I shot some rockets or whatever. Now once again I'm waiting for this yellow, but he gets it, so I'm just going to do a little bit of damage and keep kind of running away. I'm going to do a little bit more damage, but really it doesn't matter too much. If I hit a third rail there, then I can think about hitting a fourth before the red armor, but I don't. So I'm like, alright, I'll get my shards and hope he doesn't come to this yellow armor again. Get timing on red. And I'm able to block his way to yellow armor. He doesn't go to top way. So I'm happy about that. I get to secure myself a yellow armor that way. And I like taking that bottom position because it's a lot more defensible than the top position. And so if my opponent does decide to go that bottom position to get to the yellow armor from the red armor, I'll trap him, and if he goes top position, then I won't have to fight him. So he comes up this jump pad without taking that yellow armor, and I take a lot of damage because of that, because the yellow armor was up, and I expected, alright, he's going to take that yellow armor, and then he's going to come up the jump pad, but he just went straight up the jump pad without the yellow armor. And then from there, where he actually got the frag when I was at rail picking up the shards, I thought he would be going to red armor sooner to kind of make sure I wasn't there, but he realized that he did enough damage at the yellow armor that he didn't have to go straight to the red armor. He could trap me up with the rocket, or the rail. And so right there I spawn, and I'm just trying to slap up as much as armor as possible before I die, but he kills me right before the yellow armor, not much I can do. And good little rail from him. So now I know the mega is around this time, and I'm kind of seeing if I can get that yellow armor before it spawns, but I really can't since he delayed it. And then he gets mega, he should be over the red armor, but he stops and waits for the rail angle, which is a good play by him, kind of reading that. I want to go for that 50 bubble. So I was a little bit hasty on that, and was able to get that frag. And now, I don't know, that was just a dumb move from me. I should have taken rail and shards and ran. But he's really playing off the items. Like you see, he's just always leaving that red armor up, thinking I'll never go for it. And he's right. He's been right 4 times now for his 4 frags. So I'm just trying to slow it down because it's still early in the map, and I don't need to be gifting any more frags at this point because it's land. Frags don't come easy on land. So it's a pretty defensible position, but I want to get over to this one, which is a lot more defensible, and just kind of wait here. I didn't hear him, and I knew yellow armor was about to spawn, and he didn't have time on that yellow armor, but he was still waiting there because he had, like, you know, not exact time, but he kind of knew what was going to be this number in the rotation. And so he was waiting there silently, which kind of caught me out, and I lost all my armor. I hear him at Mega, and now I got to get out of this pickle. He shoots his rail, and I'm free as he goes for red armor. And I kind of expected him to go for the other yellow because it was coming up next, but he decides to go top yellow first, and so I managed to get away from that fight without dying, which is good news. And quick little escape there. I couldn't fail movement there, or else I was dead. And really, these just rails and picks and everything have just been keeping me low that I haven't had a chance to really contest for anything. He gets Mega once again, so I'm trying to keep this yellow armor synced with the red armor, but I failed my movement a bit there, and I step a little bit too far out here. But he misses the rail, and I take the chance to do the LG damage, but unfortunately I missed that rail. So still, my goal is to just get maybe 100, 100, 100, and 150, like 250 total stack, in order to put myself on a real item, like a red or a mega. Since I've pretty much had timing of everything for this whole map, I just haven't had the stack in order to bully my way onto positions. So you see I've hit 2 untraded rails, so I'm feeling pretty good if I can get this yellow armor, and then I hit that 3rd one, and this 4th one. So even though he hits that last rail on me, I know I can get over here. But since I missed that rail would have killed him. I went back and watched the VODs, it would have killed him, but he was 66 HP, but I miss it, and so I'm once again having to forfeit positioning on the items, and I'm just trying to stay out of his way for now, get some health, and go back to my yellow armor, try to keep this armor stack going. And pretty good rocket jump from him, denying me positioning on that yellow armor, and I just gotta keep running because it's pretty obvious where his cycle's going to go from that yellow armor to the red armor before it spawns, and I won't be able to defend it. So he gets the Mega, and I kind of just have to escape from the situation, but he does a pretty good read. And that's kind of worst case scenario. I don't get the yellow armor, I don't deny it, and he gets the frag. But now, you know, once again on the back foot, having to my only give up the last frag because of bad positioning, but my only chance into the game, hitting those 4 rails in a row, I didn't hit the last rail to kill him, and so I was unable to get control for myself. Now 6 frags down, 4 minutes to go. It's looking kind of dire right now. I'm still not thinking kind of like how big it is to come back. I'm just going to go one step at a time, and he makes a mistake here. Like I think he mistimed the yellow or something, because he was trying to do damage out of yellow that I already picked up, and so in turn he left the Mega up, trying to do kind of a read on me in order to do damage on my yellow pickup, you know, to keep me out of control even longer. But it doesn't work out for him because the yellow already spawned, I grabbed it, and I'm able to go over to Mega while he's out of position. And he does a cutesy little jump over those grenades, which, yeah, the grenades were very well placed. So he gets the red armor for himself. But he's at that yellow again, so I get the red armor. That was kind of a positional mistake from him again. Now if I get this yellow and the Mega, I'll be good, but he's at the Mega. So right now I'm just trying to do damage. This is a pretty good way to do damage on your opponent if you're out of control, is rails from up here, because the down positioning right there, it's if you have any amount of stack, like more than just like 100 health, you threaten to drop down on your opponent. So if they miss a rail and you pull out the rocket launcher and drop down on them, they're going to either get very maimed or die. And so he's kind of not expecting that angle there, so I get a second rail on him, and I think, you know, I can go for another rail. And he's pretty low now. He forgets to grab the red armor, So I'm just trying to dodge some damage there. And now I've finally earned myself some control with those 3 rails that I had. My next port of call is this Mega Health that's coming up really soon. And then he's right here. I don't really know why he's right there. I guess he expected me to take the low route and he'd do some rocket damage, but yeah, that was turns out to be a bad fight for him. Because there's really no escape from that positioning. So I'm just trying to go for the read on which way he'll go. And then he screws up a rocket jump there, which is pretty unfortunate for him. Now I'm going to make sure he doesn't drop down to this rail, and I hear he spawned that yellow armor, so I can't really get that yellow armor. It's gone. And he's got 50 stack. So I hear him get the LG, and he's going to be at the rail next. So right now I'm just trying to get the cycle on the items. I should be able to get every item in this cycle just based on how they were picked up last time. And he's kind of taking way too long to get out of that position. Once he heard me jumping, he should have just been outski, but he's not. And then right there, he splash damages himself, and I hit a direct rocket. I don't know why he was trying to do damage on that yellow. He should have still been running away. Maybe throw back a rocket, but not make it so easy for me to get the hit there on him. And right now it's just one more cycle to go, and I think, well, I heard him, I'm going to go chase instead of cycle again. And he, once again, it's just too slow to get out of the room, and I have to make a clutch rail here in order to keep myself in this game. So I hear him spawn rail, and yeah, I missed that rail, which is unfortunate, but I still have, 1 minute for one frag, and all he has behind him is a yellow armor. He doesn't even have LG. I hear him at this rocket, and I'm thinking, well, this is a pretty good place to chase until I take that direct. And I want to chase here. But now I'm just kind of going for a gamble and trying to catch him out in this situation. And it works out. He doesn't hear me coming. And he does deny the red armor, but I get the frag, even though he picks, yeah. So I just got to make sure to give myself a little bit of armor. And when he picks up that yellow armor, I'm a little bit afraid, because that means this next red armor, like the last one before the game ends, if the scores are uneven, could go over to him. So I try to look for a rail before he gets there, but I don't find it. But I managed to hit that rail, so I'm feeling good about pushing into this room. And then once I hit that rail, I'm like, all right, his stack is way too low. LG versus LG fight, I'll win it. And yeah, he couldn't get out of the room fast enough. If he tried to get out of the room, I would have hit a rail. And he had to stay for the LG versus LG fight, which I win once again. So that last rail he took when he was picking up red armor was kind of the nail in the coffin. But yeah, that's the 7 frag comeback, or 6-0, and then back to 7 before the 10-minute mark. So yeah, that's our first game on Sinister. At one point I did think the game was lost, but I was really happy getting that win, and I was like, alright, so I won Sinister, that means this best of 3 isn't lost because I can win Elder. At this point I'm thinking, well, it's DM13, I get to shoot rockets for about, or I get to shoot plasma for about 10 minutes because he's going to control all the armor in the rockets for 10 minutes and I won't win. So let's see how DM13 goes. Since Rapha is godly here, and I'm really inexperienced. So
3, 2, 1.
Thank you guys. So we get the spawn. He gets the rocket launcher first, and he's at this 50 HP bubble, and I kind of just have to back away. I know in that situation, like if I get too close, he's gonna rocket me. If I get too far away, he's gonna go for the MG. And right there, I hear him at the LG, and he just got the LG in the YA. And I'm thinking, well, you're really overextending yourself that much this early in the game. You want to get 3, or like the LG YA, the Mega, and the Red LG plus rockets within the first 20 seconds of the game. And So I'm just thinking, well, if I hit 2 decent rockets, I can secure a frag here. And from that position, it's not too hard, because a mistake your opponents often make is they'll use zoom LG, which makes your dodge just terrible. And so if you can hit the rockets, then you're in the clear. And so I'm trying to get to this Mega, but he spawns there, and then he goes shotgun, so I'm like, alright, fuck it, I'll go get the yellow armors, keep control, and then I do this quick jump, because I know his plan, and really my rockets were terrible there, they should have been a lot better, so... If my rockets were better there, I would have gotten another frag, and I would have had this red armor and really good control, but they were kind of bad, so he gets the red armor. Now, the stacks are kind of in his favor, so I'm just going to cycle the odd ends of the map for one cycle, and I'm not really had a good stack advantage until I hit those like 2 amazing rockets, which were pretty fucking lucky. And now I know like I just gotta hit little LG and his little rocket, which luckily bounces me up in the air. I managed to do the last bit of LG damage, but he gets the rocket spawn and he's deciding to punish me. Then he comes for this fight, which is pretty risky from him, but I don't know. He's rushing pretty hard. So by this point, I'm like, holy shit, I'm 3 frags up, I need to get control. And I hit that rocket, which knocks him into a place where I can hit LG to push him into the lava. And so at this point, I'm like, holy shit, I've been so lucky. And now I finally have a semblance of control, and I'm 4 frags up 2 minutes in. Like, is this going to last? Like, how do I play the next 8 minutes to not give away 4 frags, really? That was a ridiculous rocket. I thought it was actually going to knock him down and I'd get 1 more frag, but he stays on the platform, and not that much luck that time. So I still have full control, and I'm really just hoping to keep it at this point, but I'm kind of inexperienced on this map. So let's see if I remember what I was thinking. So red comes before Mega, and I've kind of given up control on the yellows, I think. So oh, sorry guys. Alright. I don't know why I did that. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna talk twice as fast. Alright, LG chicken, he's going to win that every time, so I have to leave. He decides to overextend himself at the LGYA. I decide if I hit 2 good rockets, he's going to die. So that's what I do, and I get pretty lucky. He gets the Mega Spawn, and I don't want to push that shotgun, so I'm going to go for control. I know he's going for that LG, so I just trap him there. My rockets are bad, so he gets a little bit of control off this. He goes for the red armor. Not much I can do. He dodges the rockets well, so I'm kind of out of control at this point, so I'm just going to cycle back into the map for a little bit while he gets Mega. Now my armor's pretty good. I managed to dodge a little bit of rocket damage there, and I get 2 lucky rockets right here in order to allow me to push for this red armor, and I get my second frag with some lucky LG, and he does a little bit more damage, and I'm not really sure why he takes this risky fight, but it works out for me in the end. I get the Mega. Now I'm going over to LGYA, and rocket into LG into lava, another lucky frag. I'm 4 frags up, and now I'm just hoping I can keep this frag lead now that I have control. Let's see here, once I get 200. Lucky rocket through the grate, doesn't push him down. Control, but my YA control is less than optimal right now, and I'm really freaking out, not timing very well. Okay. So, we're back to where we were. I have red and YA control. Wow, the game is so slow. But I have red and Mega in control, and now I've worked myself on the 1 YA. I'm hoping I can at least select. Oh yeah, that's. I try to hit some spam right there, and that's a pretty big fuck up. I was at like 150, 170 stack, and yeah, holy shit. And yeah, I could have done some major damage on the red armor. Instead, he gets the red armor, and I do a lot of damage to him. I thought I could actually get the frag. I was kind of just rushing out of anger for losing that frag so easily. It wasn't really anger, it was like disappointment in myself. But now I'm like, alright, I was 4 frags, now I'm only 2 frags. I have pretty fucking good LG, but then his plasma comes out. I'm like, oh, okay. But he goes up the jump pad against my plasma, which doesn't work online, bud. Or it doesn't work on land, bud. Yeah. And now, LG on land there, if he tries to look over that ledge and try to keep me from leaving that room with LG, I will float him in the air. Like, there's nothing he can do there. So the only correct option to get out of that room with, you know, the weapons and stack I had was to push forward with LG. Like, plus forward is plus back in that situation. But I just try to get out of here as efficiently as possible. And right now I'm hurting for weapons. My movement's terrible. And I gotta time these 25s. So. Right now, I expect him to trap me at that YA, so I just have to get out. And at this point, he trapped me. I couldn't get out quick enough, so I decided to do as much damage as I could before I died. So now I'm like, alright, this is what 04 told me about a week before QuakeCon. If you're out of control and your opponent has the whole map, just sit in the LGY. What works 90% of the time, this is in his words, what works 90% of the time is sitting in the LGYA room and just grabbing grabbing the YA for 2 cycles. And so I'm like, alright, 04, you're pretty good at this map. And then Rapha comes and he's like expecting it. And so his trap doesn't work out though because I hit amazing plasma and I managed to even work myself onto a mega. So doesn't look too bad, and I'm like, alright, you know, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Until I saw that grenade, I'm like, alright, if you're throwing a grenade, that means you're trying to hold as many positions as possible before you move somewhere else, because that's how Rapha plays. He uses a grenade. He'll, like, before he leaves a position, he'll throw a grenade, and then he leaves it, and I'm like, okay, this grenade has just told me you left. So, hoping for the rocket jump there, it doesn't come out. And some pretty good LG. Yeah, that last rocket is annoying. But, I've kind of worked myself on control until I take that 100 rocket. That was so unfortunate that I didn't read that he was in the RA. Because then I could actually just do damage instead of losing the frag here. So, it's a tied game. 4 minutes ago was looking good. I was 4 frags up. In full control. Now it's a tied game, and I'm out of control. Still got time on that mega. And I think what actually makes me lose this game in the end is when I lose timing on mega. I'm hoping for a little trap there. And then this trap actually works out. So, you know, it's on land. Plasma's really good. You can just he was a 1 plasma bolt. He was like 2 HP in that point. 1 plasma bolt away from death. So if he didn't hit that direct rocket, it would have been my fragger if I hit, you know, a little bit better plasma. But on land, the plasma does things that like you don't expect. and I'm kind of using that to my advantage because I'm decent with the plasma. I'm not like a bad plasma user, I'd say. I don't know, maybe you guys disagree, but um, you've seen that it's kind of worked myself into favorable positions thus far in this map. So, one frag down. Now I'm like, alright, Mega Control is completely gone. I'm just going to get all the armor and try to come back. You know, okay. Now I have timing on the Mega, but now that I have 200 armor and I have timing on the Mega, I know where my next fight is. I know where I'm getting my 5th frag. I know how I'm going to tie up this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recycle that, and I got to just leave this red armor up until he leaves the room. Now I'm going to grab the red armor, just cap myself out, and I remember the Mega's at 35. I'm going to come in right. Oh wait, no, it's the next Mega. So I'm going to cycle the armors one more time to keep him kind of starved on armor, and I'm trying to trap him out at some point. Is he at the red armor? No, he's up there somewhere. Try to do a sneaky rocket jump. Alright, now at this point I'm like, alright, no time for red. I just gotta. Oh, and there's time for red. I gotta get that way. I gotta get the red. I gotta push Mega, and he's sneaking here. And he hits really good rockets. We both hit really good rockets. I kind of should have dodged better, but unfortunately that's a mutual frag, and it didn't go my way. And my spawn isn't able to aggress onto him. He spawns on the upper level, I spawn on the down level, and so I just have to grab some armor before I can aggress, and these rockets kind of just seal the deal. Like, at this point I'm like, alright, that's pretty much GG. I played well, but let's see if I can grab a 25 and go aggressive with the LG. Not gonna really happen. I'm hoping to catch him out, and I was hoping that rocket would hit him directly and then throw him into the lava where I would get the tying frag and bring it into overtime and win that game as well. But it doesn't happen in that spectacular fashion. So, big turning point in the game was when I dropped in that Mega fight, and or you know, the biggest turning point I guess would be, you know, the rocket into the lava. But that Mega fight really shouldn't have been a mutual frag. I should have dodged better, or hit better rockets, or something like that. You know, that was my last hope, and the mutual kind of killed it. Yep. So let's go on to my final map versus Rapha. Elder. We're gonna speed through this one because it's pretty boring. See if we can.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so I get the PG spawn, so it's a good game. No, I'm kidding. At this point, I like to get all the items first and then push for red armor, but what he does is he gets red armor before he even goes to the key. A lot of players decide to skip red armor and get the key first, so if a player from the plasma spawn rushes for the key first, he doesn't get the key, and the LG player will just get the frag. So I was hoping he would go for the key first before the red armor, and I could actually just catch him out and kill him with plasma before he can get the red armor, and then grab the red armor for myself and the key and be totally and happily in control. So I hear him fall into the lava there, and I'm like, alright, I'll take that mistake and try to push it into my favor. But then my rockets are terrible, and he hits really good rockets, and so I lose the lead there when I really should have been able to deny the Mega. So now I'm just kind of hiding. I'm like, alright, if he knew I was there, I'd be dead. So instead he thinks I'm out of the room. And let's look at the timing on all the items, really. So I'm just trying to get out of this room now. And Mega should be up, but I can't get to it. I gotta leave. I gotta keep this frag lead as low as possible. So back to YA. What, RA's at 35, so I'll try to hit a rocket on it, I guess. Not much I can do in that situation. So he's gonna catch me out here, I think. No. I don't know, I die a lot on this map, so. Really, my rockets are kind of terrible this map. Staying alive, though. The rail opens up, and he's over on the other side of the map. So, I'm kind of hoping for this to be my playback in the game. We saw in Sinister, my playback in the game was like 4 strung together rails in a row or something like that. So with that direct rocket, now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, alright, I got rail advantage, I hit direct rocket. Now with that rail, I'm like, I can push this LG YA. And I'm hoping to hit a rail there, but I don't. And he actually hits a rail without a trade. So that's kind of a really crippling situation. Because if I managed to hit the rail there without him, I would have pushed on the shotgun, and he wouldn't have been able to get that next YA. But instead he gets the YA, and it puts him in position for the Mega, which puts him in position for the red, which he doesn't go for. Okay. So, cycle back on some armors. Still a frag down, still don't have the key. And he's kind of confused in this situation. But he reads my positioning way good. And hits 2 pretty lucky rails. And I guess he came out of the obelisk group right there. I wasn't really expecting that, so he gets the frag there. Which is really unfortunate. If the control maybe could have turned. And at this point, yeah, that was kind of bad. The rail kind of fucked me up, and right now I'm just waiting for the yellow to spawn. So I kill myself. And I could actually hear Rapha laughing from the other end of the room at that situation. I'm like, alright, I'm fucking jarred as shit. And I actually lost timing on that yellow from fucking falling into that lava. That really fucking jarred me. More than anything. More than that rocket jump into the lava, that was pretty jarring, but falling into that lava right there was pretty jarring. I think we can say Zorak 1, Rapha 1, Lava 2. Because this is getting ridiculous. Anyways. So he catches me out while I'm trying to get a rail. Pretty easy frags, and we're just going to time skill too, because at this point there's not much to look at.
Five-minute warning.
I'm just trying to be tricksy, get some more armor. I'm controlling this Mega. He has the LG advantage. I have neither LG nor rail, so yeah, with his weapon advantage, he's able to just push me wherever he wants around the map. Catches me out here. Gets a rail off the spawn, you know, standard. I was hoping to hit more than 8% plasma in that situation. Oh, that was a ridiculous rail. Holy shit. Right before the door closed, I pushed him down. Okay, so this is come back into making. Let's see what goes wrong here. I think I have the key. Getting the Mega. Got pretty good control. Now I have him in the pickle. The pickle of Elder. And his shotgun fucks up my jump. Which is really unfortunate. And that rail damage. There's not... I don't know if the shotgun didn't fuck up my jump. And then he gets away out of the pickle. That stair... walk up though. Oh. And yeah, we're at the same stack, but I choose LG and he hits 2 direct rockets because I'm a little bit inexperienced in finding that situation, and I kind of just run at him in a straight line. So that's kind of the end of my my control on Elder is really brief, and now I'm like, all right, PG only. Let's kill him long range. So that's what you have to do on this map to get control mate. Now he knows he has the game. He's just making frags. So yeah, what you can do there is if they're standing on that stair, you can actually just hit the button and make them come down real quick, and they'll be fucking jarred. That's what I did there to hit 2 of them. So game is lost. He plays to the end, or I forfeit or something like that. But yep. So that's Elder. Yeah, I showed Sinister. Sorry, pass. So that's the end of the Rapha games. I don't know. Do I want to